I feel like having this run back down at NXT and coming back and kind of going back to the basics, if you want to say, it's like it's brought back my passion too as well, and it's brought the fan back out in me. For a while there, I kind of like stopped watching wrestling, and I just kind of like go to work and do my job and come home and be with the kids. And now it's like, okay, I have that passion again to almost like I'm chasing that dream again. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
nice. It's a nice feeling because sometimes you chase a dream and you reach it, and then it's like, okay, where do I go from here?
This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here, SB Nation Bleav Podcast Network. Big weekend coming up. My special guest at this time is ready to lay a spooky beat down on Grayson Waller. NXT Halloween Havoc, one of my favorite events. Very excited to talk to Apollo Crews today. How are we doing, good sir?
It is good. It's a little chilly out here in Florida. Well, I guess that's kind of um I don't know. For Florida, it's kind of cold, right? So I don't know where, if I was to be up north and say how cold it was here, they'd probably laugh at me. But
Well,
I'm in my hoodie.
I'm in Cincinnati right now, and
I'm
we're
not
at
even.
a high of 43. So,
Well, we don't even need to talk about it. Then we'll just skip right past that.
so you got a big matchup this weekend against Grayson Waller. We'll get there. I kind of want to start though with this this most recent NXT stint for you. You were coming off one of your most successful runs on the main roster, right? One of the top heels, big WrestleMania win, one of the guys who really kind of helped carry the company through the pandemic. And then this summer,
I appreciate that. Yeah,
it's true. I'm
yeah.
not. Well, I say this all the time. I don't blow smoke. I say what I mean, right? You were one of those guys. And then this summer, you make your surprise return to Tuesdays. New night, new side of Apollo Crews. How did this all come about, man?
Well, I had gotten kind of I wasn't doing much. I don't think the character it was great for me. I was doing something completely different. I never thought I'd be doing something along those lines, but for me, I was like, okay, this is what I have to do. I'm going to jump into it, and I'm going to give it everything that I have and do it to the best of my ability. But for a while there, we kind of just it just kind of everything just kind of stopped, and it just kind of happened to me before in my career where something would happen and then it would kind of stop for one reason or another. And I just wanted to do more. I wanted to be a part of more, and I thought maybe if I could go back, to NXT and kind of recreate myself, and essentially almost kind of start over. I figured that would be something good for me personally and professionally as well. So you know, one thing led to the next, and made my return to NXT, and I've been very blessed with the opportunity. I really enjoyed what I did with the heel character and being able to kind of represent um, Nigeria, even though it didn't kind of, the accent was one thing, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But that is a part of who I am. Those are my roots, and I wanted to represent that. And I was glad that I got to do that. And not that it's not part of who I am anymore. You know what I mean? But we're just taking a different approach. So it's cool to be able to show more of a character side rather than you know doing stuff in ring, which of course I still truly enjoy. But I feel like to be a well-rounded superstar, I needed to bring more than just the in-ring work as well, which I feel like I did pretty well with the character.
Oh yeah,
Even though as a
and you
heel,
you committed to it, man. I
yeah,
remember. I
absolutely,
remember we spoke the night after you. It was either the night after or like 2 days after you won the Intercontinental Championship at
yeah,
WrestleMania.
yep,
And
yep.
I never know what to expect with these things, right? And then as soon as you start talking, I'm like, okay, it's one of these. All
Committed,
right,
committed. You know what
one
I
up,
mean?
one.
Committed. I didn't even ask anyone. I was just like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be committed to it. If I want to get better and if I want to actually bring this thing to life, I have to commit to it 100%. Um, so it's crazy because like that night feels like it was, oh man, it feels like forever ago. And to be honest, that was the last time that I was actually on any kind of premium live event or pay-per-view or whatever you want to call it. So this weekend at Halloween Havoc will be my return to pay-per-view or premium live TV or whatever you want to call it, which is actually amazing and it's fantastic because the fact that it's been that long is it's pretty sad, I think, and I feel like with my talent and commitment and the things that I can do, I don't feel like I should go that long with without being on any kind of premium live TV.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like it didn't even kind of strike me. I knew that the Intercontinental Championship in and of itself had like a lengthy spell that recently
Yeah,
came to an end, but that's crazy to me,
it's
man.
crazy, right? Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, and
man.
I'm glad even for that, even for the IC title, it's nice to see what's going on with that. It's great to watch that getting the respect that it deserves. You know what I mean? It's such a
Yeah,
prestigious title, and seeing those guys, Gunther and Sheamus, go back and forth is fantastic as well.
banger after banger after banger after banger for sure.
And that is what we're gonna have this Saturday as well at Halloween Havoc. Another one. I mean, not sure what to expect because we haven't we got to spin the wheel, but I feel like just being prepared for whatever. It's gonna go down. I'll tell you that.
If there was a match, right? Because you got to spin the wheel, make the deal, everything
Hmm.
going on with
Hmm.
Chucky and all that stuff, and we'll get to the Halloween aspect of everything coming up here soon. If there was a match that you would want to have with a talent like Grayson Waller, what do you think you guys would work best at?
Man, whew, I feel like there's so many options. His skill level and my skill level. There's just so much that can be done. For me, something where he can't really run away. I feel like something where I could really, really put the beat into him. I feel like it's, and I saw him recently something like a strap match. You know what I mean? Maybe something like that, or even like just like a no holds barred, where it's just weapons. Uh, you know, we could do like a combination of like a TLC slash ladder match slash uh, Hell in a Cell. You know what I mean? I feel like there's not one specific match that I could pinpoint that would be great. I feel like whatever comes up, I know we're gonna kill it.
Yeah, look, man, there hasn't been, this is just an observation. There hasn't been this much focus on eyes since Rollins and Mysterio. I'm sitting here wondering, are we going eye for eye two here? Like, is that where we're headed with this bad boy?
And that'll be one of them, right? I feel like take vision. I enjoy looking at things, and he tried to take that away from me. I
Yeah.
enjoy looking at my kids. I just enjoy seeing, and he tried to take that away from me. So I feel like if somehow, his eye he gets blinded by me, I feel like it's very warranted, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Let's talk about Grayson Waller and the rest of this young up and coming talent. I know there's been a lot of changes with NXT, a lot of fresh faces, and you start to
Hmm.
see now, like, here we are, like a year out from where everything really started to change and the new names and faces started coming in. You see like the talent rising to the top there.
Yeah,
Getting to come back with NXT, getting to work with some of that young talent. Who are some of the people that have really kind of stood out to you, and is Grayson Waller among them?
yeah. As much as I dislike him, I will not. I can give props where props are due. Grayson Waller, very talented individual. Carmelo Hayes is another one. We already saw Solo get called up. One of the guys that I was looking forward to doing some more work with. I mean, he's on his way to becoming a superstar. It already is. It's next is going to be megastar for him. And then you got Wesley, who's been he's been around for a while, but gets to showcase his skill this weekend too in the ladder match. Um, Lots of talent, lots of talent. The Creed brothers, some
Oh,
good guys down there. Even Damian Kemp. There's a lot of talent, a lot of young guys, and not just the fact that they're there, but they're hungry as well, and they're willing to learn. They want to learn. They want to succeed, and they want to do well, and they want to take over this. I guess this business, if you want to say that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's good to see because you can feel the passion just by speaking to some of them. When it's not upfront. You can feel that they want this and that they're hungry and ready.
All right, real quick, guys. I got to pause things with Apollo Crews. Don't touch that button. Don't you do it. Don't you dare hit pause. Don't you dare hit skip. This is going to be real quick. I promise that we'll get right back into the Halloween Havoc conversation with Apollo Crews. First things first. if you're watching the video, if you like this interview, if you've liked any of my interviews, can you please do me a favor? Just hit that thumbs up button on any of them that you do watch, this one included, because it really, really does help drive up our audience. And two, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, would you mind going ahead and doing that? Because that really, really helps us out. Oh, and by the way, the second we get to 500 subscribers, somebody out there is going to win $100 free cash money to either WWE or AEW shop. Your choice. All you have to do, check out my pinned tweet at Rick Ucchino, RICKUCCHINO. Retweet that bad boy. Be subscribed to the channel. Once we hit 500 subscribers, somebody is going to win. And before I get back to Apollo, I got to thank the people who allow me to do these things. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for our friends over at Bet Online. They continue to be the number one source for all of your football betting needs this season. You'll get the latest odds, matchup information, player news, game trends, and as your continued source for all of your sports wagering information, Bet Online features live betting, free contests, live scores, and giveaways all NFL season long. Always the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports, not just the NFL. Events including Major League Baseball, MMA, tennis, boxing, golf. I think there's even wrestling on there, guys. Head to betonline.ag to join and get your 100% welcome bonus on your first deposit. I said 100%. Make sure to use our promo code Bleav, that is BLEAV, to get your rewards. Bet Online, where the game starts. Let's get back to Apollo, shall we? And maybe this ties into it too, with everybody, you know, kind of hungry, and there seems to be across the board like this rejuvenation, right? Within WWE, there's been a lot of changes, a lot of positive changes, at least from the fan standpoint. And it seems, you know, everybody that I've talked to, everybody just renewed energy seems to be what I get a lot of. When you look at like the full scale changes across the board, even being in NXT, you know, you already spoke about the mid card championships getting a bigger light. Is there like any kind of performer or performance coworker? Just go put on all your hats as a fan, as a coworker. Are there kind of like moments that have like really made you smile over the course of the last couple of months?
Man, I spoke about Gable earlier, just seeing him get the time that he's getting to really showcase his skill. You know, Ali doing something with Seth Rollins this past Monday. Even having some of the guys come back to NXT this past Tuesday, Shinsuke, the OC, you know what I mean? Like even Judgment Day was down here, seeing them like, and Finn Balor making that, you know, turn and becoming heel and just going out there and really, not that he, you know, wasn't already killing it, but really seeing him settling kind of a whole different side of him. You know, it's fantastic to see the whole group, you know, Damian oh man, and Dominic, I mean, my hat goes off to him. Just the fact that to do something, you know, I'm trying to picture what it would like to be whooping him up with my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of kids don't get the upper hand in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Know, yeah, it's. I feel like dads always have that grown man strength, but at the same time, you know, you never see a dad's not going to strike his son. You know what I mean? So it's a great dynamic. I mean, I feel like it's great for everybody too. The fact that a lot of brand interchanging, I guess you could say, is kind of going on, because you get to have some of the guys in NXT see some of the Raw and SmackDown superstars or guys come down, and they get to talk to them and see how they perform and maybe how they can change things in their game or what they've learned. And it's just good for everyone. It's good for the fans. It's good for the talent. It's good for everybody. And I love to see it because, you know, it's great. I feel like having this run back down at NXT and coming back and kind of going back to the basics, if you want to say, it's like, it's brought back my passion too, as well. And it's brought the fan back out in me. You know, for a while there, I kind of like stopped watching wrestling and I just kind of like go to work and do my job and come home and, you know, be with the kids. And now it's like, okay, I have that passion again to almost like I'm chasing that dream again. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's a nice feeling, because sometimes you chase a dream and you reach it, and then it's like, okay, where do I go from here? You know, and then you get complacent. And then it's the fact that I've had this opportunity to kind of start over, start fresh. And, you know, it has really reignited that flame to help me kind of change the trajectory of my career as well. And it made me like just appreciate a lot, you know, and it kind of opened my eyes and gave me a whole new perspective as well.
So you're reignited, reinvigorated, you're hungry again. What's that end goal, man? You know, you're looking at What goals down NXT? Do you want to get back on Mondays and Fridays? What's your focus at? Where do you want this run in NXT to take you here?
Man, this weekend, after this weekend, I think that's my focus right now. Getting through this weekend and Halloween Havoc and coming out on top, because I feel like if I lose this weekend, that's when the real question comes out, is where do I go from there? If I take that loss, I lost the first match to him. To lose a second at Halloween Havoc, I'd really have to do some rethinking. But I'm going to focus on this first. But of course, goals. When I was originally down at NXT, I had some opportunities at the NXT Championship, but I never became NXT champion. Of course, that's a goal of mine. Of course, the goal is to get back WrestleMania, to be Intercontinental United States champion, to be WWE champion. These goals are still stuff that have never changed for me, but it's kind of given me the drive, the motivation, and all that to kind of really pursue that again, and not to sit back and kind of just allow things to happen. I got to go get these things.
All right. Well, first things first, you got to get Grayson Waller this
that's
weekend.
That's it. That's what it starts. I have to win this weekend. There's no other option.
Yes.
There's no other option.
Halloween Havoc Saturday night. I do got a couple fun ones here. I know we got about 60 seconds or so I want to run down some quick fun ones here, because I love the Halloween season. This is where I thrive. Right. This is my time of the year. Fall football's going on. Halloween, pumpkin spice, everything. I'm living my life right now. Right. So in that spirit, right? So favorite Halloween costume, either as an adult or when you were younger?
So I got both. So when I was younger, I got to be Superman, and he had the abs and he had the whole muscle thing. So that was great. And the funny thing is, my daughter's first Halloween, we were the Incredibles, and I got to be Mr. Incredible. Same kind of costume with the muscles and everything. The following year, we were the Trolls, and I got to be a Tiny Diamond, I think it was. So full bodysuit again. And then what else have we done? We did I think we did PJ Masks. I was I'm not sure if you're familiar. It's a kids show. I was Gecko in that show. So I got full bodysuit again.
Okay.
And then this year we're doing a superhero theme. We let the kids choose. So my wife is gonna be Miss Marvel. I get to be the Incredible Hulk because my son thinks I'm the Incredible Hulk, which I love.
No CGI needed there, right?
None. This time, no bodysuit. Paint myself green. We're good to go. And then my daughter's gonna be Ghost Spider, and my son. He said he wants to be an alligator, which is funny because he loves dinosaurs and alligators. But he has a Spider-Man costume just in case he decides to change his mind, because 3-year-olds never 100% decisive, and the last thing we want to do is we're all dressed as superheroes. He's got this alligator costume and he's losing his mind because he wants to be a superhero too. So we have the Spider-Man costume on deck.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my daughter who's 4. She's
I know what it's like.
She's been wanting to be a unicorn cat for 3 months now, so I'm waiting for a week out for her to change her mind.
And that's it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen too, right? That's how it always happens.
It was so much easier when she was like 2, and I got to choose for her, and I dressed her up as Becky Lynch, and that was it. It was
great.
It was an easy costume choice. Her name's Rebecca anyway, so it fit.
It's great. It works out perfect, right?
It works out perfect. Now she got a mind of her own. She can make up her own minds. Real quick, just a couple more. What horror franchise would Apollo Crews star in if you could?
What a horror franchise, man. I feel like I'm gonna go with Halloween, man. You got Halloween came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm ready to see that. But you gotta go with Mike Myers, right?
Absolutely. So that might be the answer to my next question. If you could have a match against a classic horror movie character, who would it be?
See, I don't know if I'd wrestle Mike Myers because this guy is just untouchable, right? So, man.
I mean, Chucky's going to be there this weekend.
I was going to say, but I feel like me and Chucky have built a bond. I feel like we're more of a tag team than anything.
Ooh, there you go. There you go. You and Chucky versus Liv Morgan, and pick somebody. Maybe that new Emily chick, that android doll movie.
See, and that's the thing, is like the dolls are the freaky ones, right? Because it's like now I'm finding something it's not human, and it's. What do I do here?
I have a phobia. I have a doll phobia anyway. And, my daughter just keeps getting more and more creepy ones. And I'm like, I don't want this in my damn house.
Don't like it. Especially when you've seen the movies and you know what can happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Paulo, this is always a blast, man. I appreciate it. We'll catch up again down the line. Good luck this weekend at Halloween Havoc.
Absolutely, Rick. I appreciate you. Good talk to you, man.
Yep, absolutely.